Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation, leave the rest for someone else, and by all means, please contact licensed professionals and or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and or crises. That being said, let us begin. First things first, the handbag of the day is my beautiful Givenchy Voyou in the color Silk Pink, and she will serve as the vision board inspiration for all you manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out the series I have on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. All right, let us begin. I'm going to start by choosing the deck for your reading. And today I am drawn to The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. I am going to shuffle, so if you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I will have the timestamp listed in the description box for you below. Let us begin. Please and thank you, Spirit. Collective energies. 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 Thank you, Spirit. All right, we'll shuffle one more time. All right, let's begin. Okay, we're starting off with the Six of Swords. All right, finding the way forward, clarity, knowing what to do. We've got a solution, okay? We are not mentally stuck. Okay, we have Temperance. We know how to find balance in our lives, or we found a solution that is a godsend. Okay, we found something that is almost miraculously had an epiphany, or miraculously got an opportunity, something. We have the Six of Wands. Oh ho 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 ho. You are moving on somewhere and it's looking miraculous. Okay, it is looking miraculous, and this is damn sure to other people, because that's why we have the Six of Wands specifically. I don't know what you done did, okay, but it's like you're sailing on, and it is looking miraculous, like of God. Seriously, like divine grace has touched your life and brought you success, and success is all around you, and that is all they see. They see you. Look, both of these have the ships. I've never noticed that. Both of these sixes, these are some damn good sixes. Like, all the sixes are pretty good, actually. Yeah, all the sixes are good for the most part. Like, but this, like right here, though, both of these, it's like you're sailing, you're off, you're on your spaceship. You are out here looking like little Einstein. What is that song? We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, sailing through the sky. I'm trying to tell you, that's what I'm saying. Look like Einstein, like a touch of genius. Touch of genius. They be saying like a genius. It's like a spirit. A lot of times they say a spirit is on them and they are just genius. Okay, I'm a genius. I'm a god. Looking like miraculous. Like, this is Kanye, right? You looking like you don't went full Kanye, because you know you leaving situations and then coming out Scotland like looking miraculous out this bitch. Okay, like this is what people are seeing. You looking like you just keep reaching new levels. Okay, we have a King of Swords. Wow. It's look like you're looking like the director of your life. Like you called it and you got it. Yeah. You're looking like the full-on director of your life, authoritative. And it looks like it's like I said, like the director. It's like you call your shot and then achieve it. Or you called your shot in whatever situation this is and you achieved it. This is not just, oh, I was working hard and finally this paid off or anything like that. This is like, I said I was going to do this thing. What you clearly said would have been miraculous to other people. It'd be like, okay, all right, you know, But it's like, oh, this is when, you know, like, let me see. Is there an example I can think of where it's like, I'm going to be this one day? I remember Rihanna talking about how when she was 6 years old, she was talking about she's going to be a singer. I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be a singer. Well, okay. And she more than even that, just going off into the stratosphere. Like I said, it's like that kind of energy. Like you said you're going to do something that to other people is like a dream. And here you go. Okay. Here you go. Like they're in like awe. This is like awe-inducing, awe-inspiring, breathtaking, because it's looking miraculous out here. Okay, and you gotta thank your spirit guides because it looks like they did have a hand in the shit. Like, thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, the Most High God, all the things that you believe in. Go on ahead and thank them because they did. They came out and like showed the fuck out. They showed the flip out, honey, because they probably if you got the download of what to do, where do you think that comes from? That's why they say genius. They say it's a spirit. Okay. You listening to a spirit. Okay. And they guided you. That's why you was able to speak it forth. Oh, your spirit within you told you, oh, you're going to do this thing. And then you spoke it. I'm going to do this thing. And I was like, what? And you did the thing. So you can thank them. Thank them. Look at that. The Hanged Man. Now the Hanged Man in its highest form represents enlightenment. Okay. You're looking enlightened out this bitch. And you did get enlightened. Your spirit guides came through. They did. You did get enlightened. This is like your spirit guide spoke to you and you spoke it forth because it's like you trusted though. That's where your kudos comes in. You trusted and did what you had to do. And this is why it's happening. Oh yes. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. We have the 9 of Wands. And that's so interesting, okay? Because this is underneath the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is Sag energy. If we're talking about the astrological associations of the cards. And then the 9 of Wands is Moon in Sagittarius energy. Okay, so that's double Sag. And it is like strength and vision. And then angelic intervention, okay? Are y'all out here looking like a whole earth angel or being a whole earth angel? Like, is it okay if y'all resonate with that part? Yes. Yep. And it's like, you may have been coming like a rose out of the concrete. Like, because why would people not believe that you could do whatever it is that you're saying that you're going to do? Okay. Maybe in their small world, I don't know, you come from a small town or whatever, their little minds could not comprehend whatever the hell that you were saying because it was genius. And here you are, you got enlightened and you move forward with strength. This is like your spirit guides because like this card, the signification is Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury in Aquarius is exalted. That is like when Mercury is at its best because it's getting downloads from like a higher intelligence. Okay. That's what the Aquarius is, right? Okay. It's getting that Uranian energy, which is higher intelligence. So this is genius level, whatever the hell you did. You done expertly did something. Okay. So you have been in life. Thank a spirit guide. Thank somebody. You got a genius on you. Something on you. Something is on you. Just letting you know of genius. You got some spirit guides with you. So look how high my eyebrows are up in my head. Like, yeah. Okay. Like, this is not normal play stuff. Okay. And everybody else can see that. We have the Queen of Cups. Intuitive. Look how deeply she's listening. Her eyes are closed. Just constantly listening. You be getting the downloads, child, and it has led you to success. Period, point blank. There's so many cards here about being led through vision or through spirit or something deep within or outside of yourself. You got some spirit guides that you be claiming, okay? Look at that with the Sun card here. Look at that with the Sun card here. Like I said, you spoke this. This is a King of Swords in the Sun. Okay? It's shining down on you and you're speaking it out. And what I'm getting with this Sun and this King of Swords is like, this is who you are. This is authentically who you are. I'm getting high Uranian Aquarian energy, right? The Sun, your sun sign is the sign that you are. So if this is a Sun and an air sign, it could be Aquarian energy. And then also, like I said, we have Mercury and Aquarius up here. So it's high Uranian, high Aquarian energy, which is usually associated with genius. So this is who you are. I don't know if you know it or not, but this is how you're coming off. And the reason you're coming off like this is because you are a genius. You are a genius. If you are able to, and I don't care what line of work you do, how this came out, it could be something creative where people don't necessarily associate it. Well, people associate creativity with genius. Like if you're a great writer, singer, or artist of some sort, it doesn't matter what field this is in though. Whatever you have done or accomplished, it took a level of genius. Even if it's just, I mean, it could be something, I don't even know, a simple, like, let's just say you were somehow like it doesn't matter even if you're a stay-at-home mom. However you've done it, the way you have done it, it has taken a level of genius. And that genius is you listening to and following your spiritual guidance. That's the genius. And that's why it's coming off all miraculous and stuff like this. But like, because it's not really being clear on what you have accomplished. It is just showing that you keep elevating and going higher and higher. It's showing your pathways are open with this Six of Swords and you're just being successful, like constantly rising and rising. And even on this Six of Wands, it's so interesting. I'm saying rising and rising and rising. Look at those hot air balloons. That's what that is. You just keep rising. It doesn't matter what happens. And like the Six of Swords is usually you having to find a solution out of a difficult time. And then the Nine of Wands is also you feeling strength out of difficulty. And even the Hanged Man having to be in a situation that may have been difficult. So it's showing that you rose above something and the way you did it was genius. And it was genius because you listened to your higher self and your higher guidance and your higher wisdom. You a whole genius out here. And so that is what's being recognized. Like, it doesn't matter what is going on in your world, what is thrown at you, you just keep ascending. And I think that is what people are seeing. You just keep ascending. It's like maybe they pegged you for staying here or staying there. Oh, but they won't go here. And you just keep ascending. I just brought up Rihanna earlier. And it's just like she said she was going to be a singer, but look, she's ascending beyond that. Now she's some billionaire mogul. Okay, like that. Then people thought, oh, she's probably going to stay single. Oh, she got her family now. You see what I'm saying? She just keeps rising and keeps rising. Is that kind of a thing. But whatever you did, this is how people are. They're just like, because normal folks would probably let whatever you didn't let stop you, stop them. Normal folks, it's like almost linear for them. It's like, first I did this, then we got married, then I had this career, and then I lived out my life. Whereas you just keep having new heights that you keep reaching. And that is also what is genius. So that is amazing. Look at that. 10 of Cups at the bottom. 10 of Cups. That's being in alignment with your spirit guides. Okay? Look at that. Okay. Ooh, spirit speaking. Hallelujah. Preach. And thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. We need more in the collective like this. I hope it's like that for everybody. Okay? One day we will see it, honey. Y'all saw me shuffle just now. Y'all saw me shuffle just the fuck now. Look what came back out. The 10 of Cups came back out. It was at the bottom. And then I shuffled. And then the card that I got out was the 10 of Cups. That's spirit saying yes. You and your connection to source. Okay. You and however you follow your connection to source is genius. It is genius. And that's why you can be in the Hanged Man. It goes 6 of Swords. Okay, finding the solution, the Hanged Man, enlightenment, and 10 of Cups. It's like spirit talks to you and enlightens you on how to move, and you do it. And this is why it's looking like you must be giving people the slip. You're giving somebody the slip because they are flabbergasted. Like, how is this person maneuvering like this? And it is because you are in alignment with source. Because you are. Maybe that's what you were saying. Okay? Because this sun is in the 8th house of like occult knowledge and things like that. And we do have the Queen of Cups here. Maybe that's what you were saying. Like, you know, I am psychic, or I have a sixth sense, or I'm claircognizant, or I am intuitive, or I can read these cards, or something like that. Okay. Because we do have a lot of enlightened energy here. And even with this Temperance card, it's like, maybe that's what you were saying. And people are like, okay, whatever. And now look at you. You just keep ascending and ascending and ascending. It's something like that going on here. Okay. And Spirit is letting you know, yes, you are. And because this is Buddha, ain't it? Okay, that's an ascended master. You must be in communication with some very high beings. And they talk to you and you listen, child. And, well, that's your genius. That is your genius. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard that, but it's like I had to burp or whatever. It was very, very low. But it's just like, it's so funny because I'll hear people be like, oh, it was a spiritual belch for confirmation. I'm like, hey, no belch for no confirmation. No, I'll be listening because everybody, your body does react. Okay? Because like lately when I'm channeling, it used to be when I first started this channel, when I would be channeling, I would get so hot, like my lip would be sweating. Everything would be sweating. Okay? And then recently, it's like I have this phenomenon where I'm channeling and my nose will start like itching. Not like itching like I need to scratch it, but like it's like it's a tickle or whatever the F, like at the tip of my nose. And now this is the first time. This is the first time where it's like I had like a small like little burp. I don't know if you heard it. And thank God, I hope you didn't, because I just be so like, I don't need these type of bodily phenomenons happening like on camera. But hey, this spiritual belch for confirmation. Like you in alignment, okay? Okay? Your belly's full. You full of the spirit, child. Let me stop. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, what is this? Yeah, you were planning all this stuff. You literally spoke this shit. Was like, look, I do this, I can do this, I can do that. And people were looking at you like, what? Okay. And the hard work is paying off though. Wow. So this could have taken some time. It's like this is unfolding over time that people are seeing this. So I don't know if they're seeing this on social media, like maybe you have a Facebook or something like that where people can follow your journey or something like that, because they're seeing that over time you keep ascending. It's not like just something that necessarily happened overnight, but this is also you investing in your spirit. That's what I'm saying. You guys have to be of the spiritual sort, because it's like you invested in your spiritual guidance. You invest in your connection with your spirit guides and stuff like that. This is where you're consciously trying to make contact with them. This is where maybe you have the crystals, maybe you have the cards. You know, you're asking all the time for guidance and wisdom. This is not something that, you know, is coincidental. I mean, with the King of Swords too, it's like, well, that's communicating, that's talking. Now we have the Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. And it's falling right under this Queen of Cups. Didn't I say you could just be a mom? You could just be a parent. Because like, don't that look like, you know, like a little zygote or whatever? Like just the egg and the sperm is fertilizing it. And, you know, you could just be a parent in general, because, you know, it's the males that carry the baby in the seahorse community. Right? Like whatever you're doing though, how you're doing it is what is so significant. Maybe people told you you couldn't be successful if you were a parent or had a family, or particularly if you were single while doing it, and you keep ascending anyway. It could be that kind of an energy, because in our society, people do that all the time. It's like, oh, once you have the kids, you know, your career is over, you know. This is why these celebrities, some of them don't even have kids. They're like, oh, it's going to stop my career. It's going to stop my career. Well, if you say that, yeah, it will. Okay. But this is somebody who has faith. Okay. Temperance card, 9 of Wands. So perhaps that is something that took place for you. Maybe you had kids and people are like, yeah, we have 10 of Cups. That's family. And And with the Sun card too, and people were like, oh, they're done, they just ruined their career, they just ruined their life, blah blah blah. But you keep ascending. Eat that. That's what you're saying. Eat that. Watch me work. Justice. Wow, this is the balance of the scales for you to have all this success and all this happiness because you believed. Ask, believe, and receive. Period, point blank. All right, now we know y'all some type of master manifestors or something like that because that's what's written all over this. Okay? And with manifestation, that is the genius of manifestation. It's not just, oh, I write down some affirmations. You have to follow inspired, you have to take what they call inspired action. That means you have to be able to read the signs, like you writing down all the words and what you want to do. But when the opportunity presents itself, you have to recognize that opportunity and you have to know how to follow it and act accordingly. And you have to take the inspired guidance that you're inspired to take. Oh, this fell into my lap. Let me make sure that I take it. Let me make sure that I do it. And when that happens, justice, you balance the scales and you get what it is that you are requesting. Ask and receive. Balance. So it is justice that you're getting all this success. You believed it. And that's what a lot of people miss. And that's what a lot of people don't even understand about like manifesting and the law of attraction. The people who are non-believers, this is what they'll always say. No, you can't just think of some things and poof, it appears. It's like nobody ever said you think of some things and poof, it appears. You believe that it will appear and then you take the inspired actions to make it happen. That's why the very first card is the Six of Swords, which is finding the solution. Finding, and you have it with the flipping hanged man, which is enlightenment. Finding the solution via your spirit, okay? Via your spirit, 10 of Cups. And putting that shit into action, investing in it. That is how you actually manifest. And it's like, this is why your life is looking like genius. Because you are manifesting whatever the hell you want. Because this is what you do, where other people will believe like the world tells them to believe. Oh, you have kids, it's going to slow you down. No. If I have kids, it's going to propel me forward. It's going to give me more renewed energy and spirit to make sure I get it done. Now I have motivation. It's all in the mindset. And that is why you're coming out as the King of Swords. And it's in the 4th house. That's the roots, who you are at your deepest self. Okay? You're somebody who believes. And your mind is right. And therefore you can achieve. Other people, this is why it's miraculous to them. Because they can't fathom the things that you can fathom. Unfortunately, that is what it is. And that is the difference between successful manifestors or people who get what they want in life. And people who settle for things that they don't want. They just don't believe. And therefore they don't get the solution, even if it's staring them right in the face. We have the Hierophant. Knowledge. You're looking like the wise one. You're looking like, oh, your intelligence is on full blast. On full blast. Well, it's not even just your intelligence. It's your connection to spirit. Like you're coming off looking like a wise person. Like whatever you said that you are that. And then this also talks about devotion, right? In some decks, it's called faith, right? It's like, but it's a spiritual card in the traditional meaning of the word. The Hierophant is like the priest, okay? That's why I'm saying y'all are definitely spiritual out here. And your connection with spirit is what makes you a genius, period. You have mastered the art of following source. Beautiful. King of Wands, a leader. Wow. And then we have 2 knights. We have a Knight of Water and a Knight of Fire. And what that is telling me is like whatever you want emotionally, spiritually, like your passions, your desires, both of those are desire energies, the Wands and the Cups. And you're able to flip and go after it and get it. And you're going to get it, period, because you're devoted. because you have faith and you believe, and you see how she's taking steps. She's a priestess, whatever you want to call it. But you see how she's taking the actions and doing the things that she needs to do, okay, in this particular deck. And then look at this card with this Knight of Cups. Ain't that somebody talking to a spirit, talking to source, okay, talking to their guidance, right? That's genius. That is amazing. Good for you guys. Good for you guys. Now let me see, because I might be getting some information about who is out here upset. See, somebody is hot about it. They're mad. They feel like, why didn't I get it? I have passion too. Yeah, but do you have connection to spirit, though? You can have passion. You can have will. Okay? Hotheads have will. Narcissists have will. All kinds of people have will. But like, to find the solution to something, it takes a little bit more than that. Okay? You can't just will your way through everything. Meaning, like, you can't force. That's what I mean. You can't just force people to do things. You can't just force, you know, the world to open up to you. You can't force a label to want to give you the deal. Or you're gonna go in there with a gat and be like, look, you better. I mean, I bet somebody has that. Like, you know, I'm just saying, you can't force the world to open up to you. That requires the assistance of the non-physical, right? This Knight of Cups, though, they got that assistance of the non-physical. That's what they're talking to. Or somebody else is like, I've been trying and trying and trying and willing. Okay, but it's also a Knight, though. But this person is upset, I can see, because they were in competition with you. Because I'm seeing this Five of these Wands peek their little head out, and she's looking all frustrated. Okay, and they got to surrender. Look at those moths around them. That represents surrender. And their sunflowers all wilting because they're trying to do things with, looks like, manipulation and force. Okay, they try to coerce people to do things that they want. And I kept bringing up being a parent. So this could be people in competition with your parentage in some way. This does happen. Like, this does happen. I bet if y'all was on the PTA, I'm sure y'all know. Where it's just like, who's the better parent and who's doing this and who looks better as a parent. And you keep on ascending while you left the competition. There is no competition for you because you answered your call. You answered your call. So there's no competition. You done ascended past it. And they are feeling sad and mad about it. With this Five of Cups here and this Four of Cups. Dissatisfied. It's almost like you coming off like this and ascending. Like I said, I'm getting the energy of someone who people said, like, you may have had kids or something, and people said you could not do something because you have children. Okay? And this is judgment on them because you did do it. Because you did do it. And so this is now they're sad because they're looking foolish. But not only are they looking foolish, they had some whole competition going with you. Maybe you didn't know, maybe you did know. But, okay, there are Knight of Wands and the Five of Wands, and you're the King of Wands. So, and you already have the Six of Wands up here, and the Sun, and the Nine of Wands. They were barking up the wrong tree because whatever they were doing it with force and coercion. I remember one time, but you were doing it with spirit. But I remember one time I did have this reading, and it was like I had to bring up the point where it was like people bragging about, oh, like I worked hard and I got all this and I got all that, and they're putting down somebody else who was like there is a lot of stigma associated with like someone who's kept, or like a stay-at-home something, or a kept person in general. There's stigma associated with it because people are like, well, I worked hard to get what I am, and I worked hard. And I remember having to say, you know, that's great if you work hard, okay? However, that's not the ultimate flex, because anybody can work hard and get somewhere. It's more of a flex if you got somebody else who works hard for you and gives that to you. So I'm seeing something like that here. Like, this could be some type of a situation where, like, I don't know. Were you on the Kevin Samuel show or something? And they told you, oh, you got kids. You ain't never gonna get no high value. Or something. I'm trying to tell you. There's some energy of that here where it's like you're ascending and looking all kinds of successful, even if you had kids or maybe you had them young or something like that with the sun energy. I'm really getting that vibe. Or people wrote you off because of that. But it could be anything. You don't have to necessarily resonate with that. But whatever it was something where people put a stigma on it that is going to be difficult or is going to ruin you in some way and you won't be able to succeed because of it. It's that kind of energy. I mean, with this Hierophant card, it could also be that maybe you didn't go to school. Maybe you didn't get a degree or something like that. People do that too. If you don't have a degree and they look down on you and act like their life is going to be so much better than yours. But it looks like whatever the stigmas were, you overcame those stigmas and you're out here doing better and ascending past the people who have all those things or took a different route than you did. Maybe they went and got a degree. Maybe they started their family later in the bounds of marriage and all this stuff. And they're like, oh, we're going to be more successful. Oh, they're a loser and blah, blah, blah. But now who's the loser? Because you're out here ascending way past them with this Six of Wands card. Okay. And period. And that wasn't even your agenda. Your agenda was just following spirit and following source and believing in yourself. But with whatever you had, rose out of concrete, rose grown out of concrete, is making them look foolish, and it's low-key making them angry and a little bit bitter with God. This is why they have a judgment card with their Five of Wands. It's like they're questioning, like, why is this person doing better than me when I, stuck to our religion, or when I went and got the degree, or when I waited until marriage to have my kids? Why is this person doing better than me? It shouldn't be happening. And it's like, why shouldn't it be happening? Jesus never said nothing about all this earthly stuff that y'all talking about. Never said nothing like that. Said, if you believe, whatever you ask in my name and you believe, you will receive it. So who gives a damn if you stuck in that religion? Who gives a damn if you went and got a degree? Who gives a damn if you waited until marriage to have your kids? That's not what Jesus said, or what the good book said, or what any ancient sacred text says is what is required for success. It is being in alignment with the higher power. Period. And you can do that regardless of your circumstances. Okay. Period. So they can go and wrestle with God, because that's what they need to do, because that's what they're angry at right now. Like, I did all these things. Well, go and argue with your priest. Because if your religion or whatever, now I'm getting religious vibes with this shit. Like, if your religion was telling you that you had to be a certain way and act a certain way and then you'll get all the success, well, that's the beliefs they put in you, and therefore they put limiting mindsets on you. This is why Jesus was not a fan of organized religion. This is why he was not in a fucking religion. People don't have to learn. And I am getting that kind of a thing, and that makes sense that these would be traditional minded people, because why would they be on you and down on you because you had kids? That's what I'm saying. Maybe it didn't happen in the bounds of marriage, or maybe it happened really, really young. I mean, it could be you did get married, but you got married young, and they're like, oh, they don't even have their career set. Oh, and then they dropped out of school, or whatever the hell it was. It's something that the world would say would hold you back. But you ain't supposed to be of the world now, are you? Okay? That came through strong at the end here. Like, this is some type of, I'm getting like pious community, religious community, and or just people who are so wrapped up in the 3D, the world. Okay, the synagogue of Satan. Okay, what the world says you need for success. That's what they're wrapped up in, and that's what they base their worth off. But you base your worth off of being in alignment with your higher power. And who gonna contend with that? Nobody. Okay. Let me use some oracle cards with this one. This Ascended Masters has been calling out to me. And look, yeah, remember I said Ascended Masters? It's been calling out to me lately, and now it's right on time. We're gonna get some of this with your deck here. Let's get some clarification with this. But just know, if you keep on following your guidance, it's your genius. Okay, somebody else might have a genius. Maybe they're scientists, Maybe they're whatever field they're in. They could be lawyers, doctors, whatever, and they're great in their field or whatever. But your genius is that you listen to spirit. That's your genius. That's why you're successful. And they can't understand why you keep ascending or even on their level or higher when you have the background that you do. Well, because your genius is a higher power, higher than this world, where they're focusing on this world. Clarifications and or guidance, spirit. Clarifications and or guidance, spirit. Thank you, please, and thank you. Clarifications and or guidance. Keep trusting. And if you look back, if you actually study these people who did great things, you will always find that they were low-key intuitive. Look up the studies about Einstein. And they were talking about he was basically a channel. Okay? He was a channel, right? Even Harriet Tubman, I did not know this until I was flipping an older woman. Older. Okay? They didn't teach this in school, where they were talking about how she was talking to God and she would get visions and all this stuff. They never said that to us when we was, right? They hid that part, right? These people who achieved great things, these Einsteins and these Teslas and Tubmans and shit, they were in contact with higher guidance. Period. They were. Period. Just like Jesus was. That's why they have a level of genius. That was their genius. So... and that's what you want, even if it's just with you just raising your family or whatever it is. It's your genius. Wow, this came out again. Artistic expression. Wow. And what I'm getting with this is just like, this is like your art. Now, granted, some of y'all could be, or I kept bringing up Rihanna or whatever, and I did say, like, people associate, like, the arts with genius, so y'all could be, yeah, I don't know. Are y'all some type of, in an industry where they say, well, if you have a family, or if you didn't used to, or you could be a dancer. Look at Misty Copeland. Misty Copeland started so late. They say you need to be starting by 3 if you want to be a prima ballerina. She started, I think, at, like, 10 or something like that. Way late, but look. You see what I'm saying? It's something where it's like you shouldn't have been as fucking successful. Missy Copeland didn't just become some regular ballerina, okay? She was the lead ballerina, all right? Of the, I think it was the, was it the ABA, I think? Or ABC, the American Ballet Company? I think it was the American Ballet Company. Whatever, it was one of them. And yeah, she was the lead ballerina, not just any old body. And she started at 10. Something very late. I should know this by heart because I had the books and read them to my girls and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is, like, so it could be something, it's like where you're in some type of an industry, or it could be the artistic fields where people were trying to tell you that because you had a family or you started late or early or something, that you shouldn't be where you are, but you are. And that's your genius. Okay? Because Missy Copeland, right? She followed her heart. She wanted to dance. She fucking danced now, didn't she? Okay, dance like David dance, biatch. Dancing. Look at that. Stay focused. And I saw that during the shuffle. So this is for you, because remember, these readings are timeless, past, present, or future. Stay focused. If you keep following the guidance that Spirit has given you, this is about to be you ascending and ascending and ascending. This is confirmation for you, because maybe some of you, you know, you have this happening to you right now where people are doubting you. But it's like, you know what you know, and you know you're in alignment with something higher. Stay focused on that higher, because these people don't know shit. Okay? They don't know. What they know is what the world told them. But what did the Ascended Master say? Okay? Period. If you are in some... And we do have a Queen of Cups and an Ace of Water. So, yeah, damn sure this could be some artistic field. And, yeah, with the 10 of Cups. And even with this Hierophant, because that's Taurus energy. Okay? Venusian energy. It's like, for sure, damn sure it could be something in an artistic field. But that also is your art, though. This manifestation, staying focused on your goal, and that's your art form. For sure. You talking to your spirit guides and creating the life that you want, that's your art form. Meaning that like you're that dope at it that it's an art for you. And that's why everyone's all flabbergasted. Your life is an art piece. The way you have created it. It's amazing. Then we have find the blessings in your current situation. So yes, this is the confirmation for you. This whole reading was talking about what is possible for you if you keep following your inner guidance and your and taking inspired action based off of that, rather than letting these naysayers or haters or whatever get into your mind. Stay focused on the blessings. And also, if it's people in your life, say you're creating this now or you have created it, if people want to downplay it, well, they're not all that because they did this and they did that. They're not all that. Don't even focus. Tune them out. Just like you see this person, she got her eyes closed. Tune that out and find the blessings in your current situation. Stay focused. And some of y'all, like, y'all are in the process of building this right now. And Spirit says it's going to work out. Keep the faith. Don't ever doubt. Look at that. Buddha come out again. Look at Buddha. Okay. This is you following your bliss. And that is a main component of creation, of manifesting and things like that. Taking inspired action based off of your joy and your bliss. Look at that. Okay. Double Buddha. So I don't know, maybe some of y'all are into Buddhism or need to study it up and get some more inspiration about it, but it's about joy. Finding the joy in your present situation, creating a life that you love. This is what you have done. You create something that looks like a dream to other people. That's what it is. Remember I said it's miraculous. You've created a life for yourself that looks like a dream to anybody, and you did it when everybody said that you're in a situation where it couldn't happen. That's why you're looking so damn smart, okay? Purification, but yeah, this is damn sure about, this is currently happening. If this is currently happening, it's like purifying. Let this be your confirmation that you're on the right track. Keep listening to your guidance. Tune out what everybody else have to say, okay? Because like I said, it's timeless, past, present, or future. So you may be now being in a situation where you're having the family or you're having the setback or you're starting late or starting so early, whatever it is, the setback that people are calling a quote unquote setback, that is what they're trying to project onto you, going to, you know, keep you down. And so Spirit is saying, don't listen to them. Okay. Purify, retreat into nature. That means retreat into your most holy place. Okay. That means getting with yourself, meditation. No, listen to these people. Look at that. Persistence. Keep going. And then what? Archangel Michael, you can do it. This is what Spirit, this whole message is about. That Spirit is supporting you and is behind you. That your inner guidance is real and that you should listen to it. Okay. The 10 of Cups. Okay. And Buddha came out twice. So that means listen, your inner guidance is spot on. If you've been doubting it lately because people are trying to get into your head, purify, cleanse, put some salt on you, carry a little vial of salt, sage, do your spiritual baths, whatever you have to do to stay cleansed of their energy trying to make you doubt. Purify yourself of it, because like I said, persistence is here. You keep going. And you can do it. And that's also protection. Okay, remember I said an angel is looking out for you. This is looking miraculous. So we have the Temperance card and angel. Now we have Archangel Michael. You can do it. This is so encouraging for someone out here who is having that quote unquote, what people would say is a setback. It's not a setback at all. Not for you, whatever it is, because you're in alignment with Source. And that is your key to success. Not whatever they said that the world said that you need. All right. Yep. Wow. Well, that is a beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit. That is just lovely. Nothing but you continuing to send and high hopes for you and your future, a bright future for you, if you keep on going and following what Spirit told you to do. Okay, your Spirit told you to do it, go on and do it, because they're not leading you astray. They're leading you to ultimate achievement and success, and basically shitting on people. shitting on the words that they said, the naysayers. Okay, and I know that's never ever the goal, but it does feel good to be vindicated. Okay, that's what that justice card under there was about, you being vindicated. Okay, for all of you who that's already happened for, God bless and enjoy. Keep the noise out, because there's always going to be haters at every level, every stage. They still going to be trying to detract. Tune them out and enjoy the present situation. And for those of you where this is happening now, this is your future, as long as you stay persistent and listening to your guidance. All right. That is the message that I have for you all. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hope you got something beneficial from it. And I thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, save it to a playlist for future reference, and by all means, subscribe for more wonderful readings and luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.